All right, folks, thank you for joining us this evening. We are out here at the Capitol Federal Sports Complex of Liberty playing in the KC Sports Crown Town Challenge. Today is number 2 in pool play. Our MacNSeitz 14U boys falling to the KC Roosters yesterday, 8-5 in a close matchup that the Roosters really got out ahead early and never did give up. Got to give some credit to our MacNSeitz boys as they mounted a comeback but falling short and going 0-1. And looks like we've had some really competitive matches here in the tournament this weekend. Tomorrow will be bracket play, and that will be a situation where we have to win in order to continue playing. And so today, with an opportunity here to kind of set our seed for tournament play and bracket play, and today facing the Midwest Rays. I don't have a roster or a lineup for them. I'll see if I can't get one here a little bit later in the game, but the coaches meeting you may have seen has already transpired, so ground rules are all set. Both teams are convening here just outside their dugouts, and it looks like the Midwest Rays are going to gain that home billing. So they'll have that home advantage, and that means that MacNSeitz will have an opportunity to get on the board here first. Starting for our MacNSeitz, I'll go ahead and review the lineup. Starting for us and in order, Spear, followed by Kilman, Lee, and then that in the cleanup spot is Woods, followed by Simons, Colquitt, Dixon, Gellender, Crowther, and Wingrove, and then rounding out the lineup is Block. Henry Block is actually starting for us up on the hill, and so we'll see him here in the bottom of the first inning.
She watched the game live on the way. He says yes.
It's MacNSeitz 14U. So just the letters MacNSeitz 14U.
Are you still there?
All right, folks, had a parent there coming by and wanting to check out that YouTube feed. And as always, folks, if you are joining us, we really appreciate a like. And if you're following our MacNSeitz boys, or you might see us in a number of tournaments, you may consider subscribe. We certainly appreciate that. Helps us with our sponsorship and our numbers. And last warm-up pitch all in, and so last pitch, warm-up pitch is all in, and we are set to go. Spear walking up and getting ready to step into the box. So really prefer to have that competing teams roster and lineup. Again, I'll try to get that here just as soon as I can, but Spear leading off. Nice hit to start. We'll see if that one drops down, and nope, the ball travels just a little bit. So one pitch and one out for the Midwest Rays. Nice little stroke for Spear, and so good to see him getting the bat on the ball. Yesterday, not the greatest day at the plate, but a good start there. Obviously, it would have been nice to see that ball drop in for a leadoff single, but that ball carried just a bit more. So a swing and a miss. That's Alex Kilman at the plate. So once again, kind of using some of those more advanced hitting techniques on the curveball, sliding that back foot back and that front foot forward, and then rotating the hips, but no contact on that first pitch.
There you go.
There we go. Nice looking ball there. And it goes foul, but my goodness, that left fielder, hats off to him. He covers a ton of ground and was able to catch that ball in foul territory. That's going to bring up number 27, Tucker Lee, and just his second game here with the MacNSeitz Black crew. Having a game yesterday, doing pretty well at the plate. 2 for 2, and he pops this one up. It is in the sun, but the Rays are able to collect that can of corn. That's going to be out number 3. So some great efficiency for the Midwest Rays, and just a handful of pitches that collects everybody out for the 3 outs. And then now MacNSeit's going to take the field. Folks, I'm going to go on a short audio break, see if I can't collect that lineup for the Midwest Rays.
Yeah.
And they were all kids. Yeah. A little bit.
All right, folks. So our MacNSeitz Black has taken the field, and they are just about set. Henry Block up there on the bump, and he's warmed up and saying that he's ready to go. Just was able to collect the Rays starting lineup, and leading off for the Rays is Pena. I apologize, that is Pima, not Pena. So righty batter, and Block will work from the windup. Hard hit ball that gets it through the infield, and a leadoff single for the Rays. So wasting no time, 1 pitch, 1 hit, and the Rays on the base paths here early. Be curious to see how much they test out pitch and catch. Block will now work from the stretch. Good lead over at first, nothing extravagant, but a good lead. And a nice pitch for Block as he starts off batter number 2. That's Bobsian. So no movement over there at first. Block, runner goes. Throw is a little bit late and off the mark, so Rays will be up on second base. Count now 1-1. I think that would have been a great opportunity. I imagine Bobsian was probably on the take. Could have started out down 0-2. Second baseman working back and forth, trying to keep the base runner honest over there at second. And Block with a nice pitch right there. That'll make the pitch count now, 1-2. So beautiful day, so somewhat in contrast to the weather yesterday. As a pickoff attempt over there at second, no good. But beautiful sunny day, low 70s, not a cloud in the sky. Sun will be setting here somewhere around that 8:30 time frame, so I imagine we could see here at some point in the game where that sun could factor in.
Close, buddy.
That ball coming in just high, 63 miles an hour. And I got to take a look at that pocket radar. It's pretty accurate here on fields that have a shorter backstop, just as this one does. And but gosh, I got to say that felt like that was a little bit faster than the 63 truck. So another pickoff attempt, and I really appreciate this. Block doing a good job. Every run matters. Every runner matters, and he's done a good job doing his best to work on that runner and keep him a little bit closer to the base. Foul out of play, right side. And so good AB right now for Bobzian. Be curious to know if it's pronounced Bobzin or Bobzine. It looks like I'm saying Bobzine maybe. Let's switch it up to that. Maybe and here we go. Oh man, an opportunity right there. So a little pop up over to short, and almost had an opportunity to double him off over there on a second, but nonetheless, well done, and now we've got one down. So it looks like we've got some volunteers here working on the scoreboard out there in outfield, as that is the score for the last game. But still 0-0 here early, bottom of the first. Runner in scoring position, just one down. Oh, nice good pitch right there. The runner showed a nice opportunity to kind of get a little bit more distance after the pitch there. I thought he's looking for that pass ball so he can make his way over to third. See those shadows kind of coming across the field right now. And Block still doing a good job working that runner. And MacNSeitz doing a good job. So going back and forth between second base and shortstop, but obviously a left-handed hitter up, so it makes much more sense for that shortstop to work back and forth behind the base runner. Missing outside. I tell you what, the umpiring crew we had last night did a fantastic job, and I don't think they get enough credit too often, especially him here in particular when in youth sports. It's easy to, and he chases one up high, doing Block a little bit of a favor right there. Block with just a slight grin on his face. But the umpiring crew here looked sharp and dressed well. They showed up early and on time and got this game rolling. So this one is fouled back out of play. Saw Spear there in the camera, making his way over the fence. Good pop time by Spear. Good movement laterally, left and right. Still working to improve his game, as all these boys are. And off speed, not quite breaking. That looked like a little bit of a hanging curveball right there. It can be dangerous, but well outside and no harm done. So Ray's falling last night. Ball in play. This one over to second base. Oh man! And kind of a bad throw from second base as he, I believe, lost his footing on the turf, and kind of a chopping throw going over to first base. I thought they had him, but base umpire calls him safe, and so runner will reach on air. Not sure I could really call that an infield single. So now that'll put runners on the corners, just one down. Double play opportunity still in play here. Be interested to see how MacNSeitz handles that runner over on first, who has a very healthy lead. Runner goes, and he's up safe at second, uncontested. No movement from MacNSeitz and no attempt to make a throw down there. Score still 0-0, but now two runners in scoring position. Block continuing to work from the stride. Oh, line drive. That's caught by third, and doubles him off. And a fantastic play over there at third. So hard line drive, and he dives back with the ball and glove, with the glove touching that third base, and doubled off that young man at third. So MacNSeitz with allowing 2 base runners, and the Midwest Rays stranding 2. Who was at third base?
Parker,
Parker? So I'm still learning these boys, because this is only the second game I've called. Don't have pictures on a lot of them just yet, but that was Parker over there at third base. So great job there, heads up play, and MacNSeitz now has an opportunity to put some on the board. So MacNSeitz going 3 up and 3 down, just as they did last night. And in the first inning, let's see if we can't get some fellas going here early in the game. So leading off for us is going to be Hudson Woods, and then followed by Parker Simon. So Parker's got to be feeling good after a nice play out there. Maybe that'll translate to a good AB. So pitch velocity coming in just right at about 66 miles an hour. So somewhere between 66, 68 miles an hour looks to be his fastball range, and his off speed coming in somewhere in those mid 50s to upper 50s. So well within a. For this guy right here, 66, 67.
It just seems like it's
Got a little pop to it.
just curious. Yeah, the pop in the glove.
Yeah. Maybe it's a new glove. So I had a fan asking me where that pitch velocity was for that Rays pitcher. Yeah, nice looking curveball, missing outside.
Let's go, drive it. Let's go.
So Wood showing some patience. Something I talk about quite frequently is trying to get a little deeper in that count. Oh, that one called for a strike. I thought that one was a little bit in. But again, I'm not positioned in the best place to call those balls and strikes. Nobody better than the home plate umpire. And Woods fouls that one out of play. So up there on the hill for the Midwest Rays, that's number 74. That's Kinzer. So doing a good job going 1, 2, 3 in his first inning of work. Now on his first batter here in the second inning. Now 2-2 count to Woods. What a beautiful day, folks. And a swing and a miss right there. That's strike 3, and that'll be the first down. Next up, Parker Simons. So Parker with a smile on his face and looking loose, looking ready for a good at-bat. That ball down in the dirt for ball 1. So Crowntown, KC Sports Crowntown Challenge is the tournament we're playing. Another local tournament here is the Hawaiian Hit Fest. By scale and size, by the number of participating teams, as this ball is popped up, second baseman working it, and that will be out number 2. But Hawaiian Hit Fest, by scale, has a much larger field of entry, a lot more teams and whatnot. But what I will tell you is that the teams entered in this tournament, top to bottom, really some great competition. And so Kinzer continuing to work that curveball. Looks like he's got good control on it. So we've seen one inside, one outside. Both called for strikes. Now up to the plate, Colson Colquitt. And you can kind of tell Blue right there was considering that call at 1-1 count. Oh, a little chipper. Oh, that one's off the glove of the pitch. And Colquitt makes his way on base. Thank you. I'm losing my roster. It's flying all over the place, and people are helping me out. So a little infield single right there. You might want to call that an error, as it was off the glove of the pitcher. But regardless, MacNSeitz with a runner on. And now number 79, Isaac Dixon at the plate. That ball down, and we're seeing a lot of enthusiasm coming from the MacNSeitz dugout right now. The guys are smiling and talking, paying attention to the game here. This one missing up high. So interesting number for Dixon here. That's almost more of a football number. Curveball down. So that's 3 pitches and 3 balls. Kinzer not finding the plate here yet. Oh, and brings up a strike right there.
It's only one.
There's a little enthusiasm behind the plate, which I appreciate. And I actually, with all that enthusiasm, I actually lost track of the pitch count. So now a 3-1 count. So Dixon's still well up. And number of pickoff attempts over there at first base. So not a really significant lead over there. Another strike call. Runner goes. He is up safe. So nice throw down by catch, but a good jump. And Dixon now with a full count.
Oh, nice.
Nice little hit right there. That'll go over second base. Oh, and they're sending him, folks. All right, so some aggressive base running. And what we have is an RBI single. After that throw comes home, he's able to make his way over first base. So MacNSeitz getting on the board here early. Or depending on your perspective, maybe late in the second inning with a little 2 outs. I'll tell you, last night we actually had that opportunity and we put runs on the board with 2 outs on 2 separate occasions. Kind of makes you wonder if that's just going to be a thing here in the Crown Town Challenge. Now number 5, Mason Gellender up at the plate. He backs out on that curveball and missing just inside. So May's not able to join us in the on the lineup yesterday. And takes a pitch for strike number 2. Ball field seemed a little bit quiet here tonight. Not a lot of action. Really thinks about that last one, but luckily he lays off because that was a curveball down in the dirt. That'll now be a full count. And a base hit right here. And MacNSeitz does not challenge this time. But that will move the runner over to third, and that puts runners on the corners. Now Paxton Crowther at the plate. I have to go in and double check. I think Crowther, one of two left-handed bats on the roster. Swing and miss. Runner goes and uncontested once again for the second time in the game. First it was the Midwest Rays, and now the MacNSeitz Black. Ball inside. Now 1-1 count. So Crowther with a good opportunity right here. Runners on second and third. Scoring position. High ball left side. And that one is going to get down. 2 runs will score. That was a 2 RBI single, folks. MacNSeitz getting some runs on the board. So top of the second. And guys out there out front, man, ready to greet those guys coming across the plate. A lot of enthusiasm. That's going to bring up number 10, Sebastian Wingrove.
Hey, let's go, Sid. Back! Back right there, kid.
So a little 2-out rally here late in the second. Pickoff attempt. Oh, and he's going to leg it out, man. That ball really got away. Oh, I see what happened now. So pickoff attempt over there at first base, and throw was off the mark, and the ball bounced on that turf and got over that really low fence going down the foul ball field territory, and it gets over the fence. That puts Crowther, I think, over there on third base now. Midwest Rays coach wanted to talk about that runner going over to third, and can't say as I blame him right now. So as that throw came over to first, runner began to advance, and then ball went over the fence. So I imagine what he's got to be talking to the home plate umpire about is he really should be awarded one base, which would have been second base, as opposed to going to second and then being awarded over to third. So both umpires meeting with the coaching staff over there for the Midwest Rays. All right, umpires and staff stay strong with the call. Midwest Rays not super pleased with it. And the 2-out rally continues. Crowther now over on third. Wingrove at the plate. Kinzer still up there on the bump. And some hijinks coming from the MacNSeitz dugout. The guys hollering, showing a lot of enthusiasm. So they're playing and having fun. And I'll tell you what, when you are having fun, you're typically playing good baseball. So when you've got a lot of errors going and strikeouts and things like that, the dugouts tend to be a little quiet. Kinzer with a nice fastball right there. Good contrast to his curveball, about a 10-mile-an-hour difference. That last one coming in 65 miles an hour. Now 1-2 count. Wingrove calls a quick timeout, steps out, resets. Kinzer continuing to work from the stretch. And curveball missing high. Inside. So Crowther with a very modest lead over there at third. 2 outs, so you imagine he's running on contact. And Wingrove battling back to a full count, 3-2.
Let's go, boys.
Little chopper, this one back. Third baseman bare hands it. makes a nice throw and a good grab and dig by first base. That's going to be out number 3, but not before MacNSeitz gets on the board with 3 runs in the top of the second.
I don't know how to fix this.
Yep. Yeah, no, he puts that on
Well,
I've got water in the trailer.
yeah.
We were able to look at using this.
I'm good.
Yeah, so we went first and did
There's the seconds, there's the base.
Ooh.
because he was getting the second anyway.
He was already getting the second.
And then the ball went out of play. So that's when you get the word if I think you're wrong. That's all right. I'm pretty sure on a pickoff you get 1 base if it goes out of bounds. Whether it went out right here or whether it went out way down there. It went out of bounds on a pickoff. That's my understanding. That's my understanding. Depends where it goes. Yeah, that's what I think.
All right, folks. Looks like Henry Block is just about finished with his warm-ups. Taking us to bottom of the second. And for the Midwest Rays, number 15 Moore will be leading off. Quite a bit of baseball here yet to go, and as that sun dips down just a little bit lower in the sky, you can see these first basemen over here all wearing sunglasses. I tell you what, that sun is going to be beaming right in. Any type of mid kind of fly ball might be tough on the right side. And so Block all set, ready to go. Spear continuing to work behind the dish. And Moore steps in. Foul ball right side, out of play. And so Block getting up here early, 0-1. Moore a little bit behind on that pitch. The facility managers out here continuing to check on the facility. Looks like they were in a utility cart here a little bit. Block missing inside there. 2-1 count. Seems to be looking good. Climbing right back up on the hill, trying to get himself into a good rhythm. And working from the windup. Swing and miss. Well, now 2-2 count.
2-2.
Midwest Rays coach over there on third base. Signaling to Moore, just reminding him what the count is. Little dribbler, this one's over to third base. And Parker bobbles it. Hard throw, but Moore is able to leg that one out. He'll reach on air. Tell you what, good strong arm by Parker Simons over there, but that ball just rolled up through the glove and right off the heel. He's able to barehand it and make a good throw over to first. Looks like some folks are now the base umpire and home plate umpire are converging, and they do agree that it was actually going to be a foul ball. So Henry Block with another opportunity here to work on more. That's what I mean. These umpiring crews, the last two we've had, have done a great job. I like the fact that they're not apathetic about the call, that they're trusting one another, working with each other, and trying to make the right call. block with the off speed right there. Doesn't quite get the action he was looking
You gotta
for.
trust that pitch, 45.
We
Trust
saw
it.
that quite often yesterday. We saw a number of pitches coming out of the pitcher's hands, but we had so much rain right prior to the game, so the balls were wet, mound, the turf. Not so much an issue here, and Moore fouls that one off the inside of his ankle, and he's not enjoying that one. Tell you what, a good AB by Moore, though. Now 7 pitches in. And block. Challenging with a fastball right down the pipe. Moore's able to foul that one off and lives for another pitch. Fly ball right side. And over the shoulder catch. Nicely done. I thought that was getting over his head, and it certainly did, but he had the glove right there to get out number 1. Who's that in right field? Paxson. All right. I like to tag these guys. We use a software called Sideline HD. Been working with them for about 2 years now. They provide automated clips over to family members that register their kids. And so as I learn these guys, we'll get them tagged. Spear shaking out that right hand. Pop up. Pitch is calling for it. That is out number 2. So good job between catch and pitcher. Oftentimes when you see pop-ups in the infield, you typically don't like the pitcher going after that. But based off of where that was, it was going to be a long haul for the first baseman to get to.
Keep it up, kid.
Block hauls that one in, no problem. So that pitch velocity coming in somewhere in the mid to upper 60s so far. And Block shaking off catch 2 different times. Finds the right one. And misses with the ball right there.
Go right back to him, Henry.
That'll make it a 2-0 count. That's number 11. That's Page up at the plate for the Midwest Devil Rays, or the Midwest Rays, my apologies. Foul on that last pitch. Now 2-1 count. Boys looking pretty relaxed out there on the field. Hard hit ball. This one, second baseman dives for it. Ball gets through the infield, and that'll be a single for the Midwest Rays. So second base making a good effort there, covering some ground, laying out for it. Scoots through the infield. That's going to bring up number 51,
Hey, slide it out, Henry.
Chrisman, for the Rays. Block challenging with the fastball right across the middle right there. Chrisman missing that one with a foul. Those catchers take quite a bit of abuse back there behind the plate. Spear catching the ball there. Pass ball. And the runner doesn't go. So Rays may be a little unprepared for pass ball right there. And even as Spear kind of slowly made his way back to it, the Rays do not advance.
Get him a 2 now.
A little surprise there. Pickoff attempt over at first. I was talking with my son, Tucker Lee, here earlier today, and we were talking about as that sun begins to set, we're playing on the Memorial Field here at Capital Federal Sports Complex of Liberty. And that sun, hard hit ball, off the glove or shortstop. There was going to be a big bounce, and I could tell the way that you try to play that bounce, he was really advancing in on it, thinking that it was gonna bounce, but I think it carried a little bit farther than he anticipated. So another runner on, and now that the Rays working much in the same fashion as MacNSeitz, runners on first and second with 2 outs. I was talking with Tucker yesterday, and he had an opportunity to pitch a few innings and had a couple of pickoffs over at first, or attempts rather. And man, those first basemen really having to track that ball right in the middle of that sun.
Hey, live there. Live there.
So 0-1 count now to Meyer. This is the bottom of the Rays lineup. Batting 9 right now. See roughly about maybe half or maybe about a third of the AAA teams competing that will bat 9. Sometimes they tend to bat a little bit more in pool play, and then when come bracket play, you'll see quite a few more go down to 9. A little bit easier to get into hitting rhythm, and you tend to get a few more ABs. And so, once you've seen a pitcher at one at bat, you have a little bit better chance in that second at bat. If you have an opportunity to see him on a third AB, really tough for a pitcher to get you out all 3 times. That one down in the dirt. Spear glove in that one. So staff continuing to work. A little bit of a question there on the pitch count. It is 1-1. Now everybody's set and ready to go. Meyer steps back into the box. And Block continuing to work from the stretch. And a nice pitch there. Block up the count, 1-2. Another foul ball, and Meyer battling up there at the plate. Ball right back up the middle. That gets through the infield. And no runner going. Block doing a good job backing up catch. But that is going to load the bases for the Rays. 2 down here, and Coach Baker for MacNSeitz wants to convene with his pitcher in infield. So a good AB by Meyer right there with a number of pitches, battling to a full count, and then finally gets one that he can put up right up the middle. Rays not too aggressive on the base paths. I'm a little surprised they didn't have a better jump coming from second and trying to score there at home. But I'm sure their coaching staff really very aware of the speed of each of their players, so maybe not a speedster over there on third.
Hey, you're blocking everything now.
And so coach is all done talking with the group. Play set and ready to resume. Oh, and missing there. Talk about that from time to time. I really, you know, at different age brackets, it makes sense where the umpiring staff is kind of communicating with the pitcher, like, hey, that one's missing inside or outside or down, high or low. Home plate, not opting to do that in this instance. But block catching the outside corner on that one. Now 1-1 count. And missing just outside. 2-1 count. That fastball coming in 65 miles.
You're real close, Henry. Keep pacing there.
And missing high there.
Hey, take a breath, Henry.
Speared hand or shoulder, something must still be bothering him. He's kind of underhand tossed it back to block on a couple of occasions. Count. Swing and a miss. Chases one up high and does block a little favor right there.
And let it come back, Henry.
And this is the top of the lineup for the Rays. That's Pima up again, so this is his second AB here in just bottom of the second. So second play appearance in this matchup.
Hey, make a play. Let's go. Go, 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 go.
And ball four coming. That will bring Wyndham across the plate. And now our contest 3-1. So Rays in good position. Bases loaded. MacNSeitz now with a force out opportunity at every base, including home plate. Just needing one more out to get out of this inning. Hard hit ball right to short. Throw to first, and that is good for out number 3. So Ray's not a fantastic showing out there at the plate, but getting a few runners on, a number of walks, and unfortunately are able to get one on the board. So close contest here still, 3-1, favor of MacNSeitz. And we'll go on a short audio break here as the Rays take the field. Yeah, 3-1.
So he was on first.
Hey, Lauren, did you need the roster?
No, Anthony already has
You
it
good?
filled in, but
Okay.
thank you.
Yeah, you bet.
Was he, so he moved towards second on the court? Yeah. So yes. He started the steal, so this base was hauled and rolled in while he was on first.
stadium organist for you there. Zippity doo dah. That one was recorded at the San Francisco Giants Stadium. So Block looking to help himself out here. Starts off with foul ball. And swing and miss. So now no 2 count. Block, good size young man. One of the taller ones on the team. And right down the pipe, that is strike 3. That'll bring us back to the top of the lineup for MacNSeitz and Bryson Spear. So Bryson put the bat on the ball, nice stroke on his last at bat, 1 pitch, and then put one out, but it carried a little bit farther, and center fielder was able to haul that one in.
What did he say, 3? What did he say, Bigot? 3! Hey. Bryson, keep your head down. Head down, hips through. You got it. 1-1. You got it.
So number fans cheering Spear on here.
Here we go. Protect. 2 strike approach.
Kinder coming up with a nice
Starts
little
up top,
fastball
let's
right
go.
there. Now 1-2 count. Spear takes a little momentary pause here as he, right before he steps into the box. Swing and miss.
Hey, all right.
And so 2 ABs, 2 strikeouts. And Kinzer feeling like he's dialed in. That's going to bring up number 4, Alex Kilman, to the plate. Now you recall here earlier in the first inning, Kinzer working 1, 2, 3. That pitch missing just outside 67 miles an hour. And kids are kind of working into a groove. Good ball missing low. Two count. Kilman yet to swing. And he fouls that one. So doing a good job. Protecting the plate, anything close. Trying to put the barrel on the ball. Never ever really wanted to leave it up to the hands of the umpire. Pops this one back. Play. Nice swing and miss. Kinzer makes quick work of MacNSeitz in that half inning. That'll take us to bottom of the 3rd. All right. MacNSeitz just about complete with their warm-up there. Told you Midwest Rays dropped their first full play game as well, losing 13-10 against Competitive Edge. Competitive Edge going 2-0 in full play, beating the KC Roosters here in the game just before us. Once again, playing out at Memorial Field at the Capital Federal Sports Complex. So warm-ups all in, and that takes us to bottom of the third. MacNSeitz continuing to stick with Henry Blockus there on the mound. Be interested to see if we see him anywhere past the third inning. Ground ball, this one over to second base, and it gets through. So batter will reach on air. As that one goes right between the wickets. Still a close game here, folks. 3-1. Rays getting their leadoff batter on base.
Nice move.
Kinzer now at the plate. And the hit and run was on, but Kinzer fouls that one. Depending on your perspective, hit and run, tends to be a little more common when you have two outs. And so that can be a situation where we double people off. MacNSeitz doubling folks off over in the first. So a little surprised to see Kinzer swinging as the runner was stealing, or attempting to steal rather. But he does have a good, healthy lead. And it looks like he's got some good springs in things. Runner goes again. And Kinzer once again fouls. So he is down in the count 0-2.
Okay, fill it up,
And
Henry.
the Rays trying to get something going. And so batter calling for timeout, home plate umpire calling time right as Block was working on a pickoff attempt. So that is a dead ball, and it makes its way back to Block. Runner goes, pop fly. They will have an opportunity to double him off. Second base collects it, quick throw. Throw is off the mark. Now the runner's gonna have an opportunity to make his way over to second. So unfortunate every which way around. MacNSeitz does come up with an out, but now the runner is able to advance over to second. Kind of a crazy play. A little pop up to second, real quick throw over to first as runner with good speed making his way back. But throws off the mark, and MacNSeitz had to go collect it up as he made his way over second. Block missing inside. That's more at the plate for the Rays. Swing and miss. And failed to mention here earlier, we now have Dixon behind the plate. So Dixon working behind the dish now. And a golf swing right there, but good for Block. Now 1-2 count. So Block really comfortable in shaking off the catching calls. Really comfortable throwing what he wants to throw at that moment. So now 2-2 count. And missing high right there, full count. So just one down here. Fly ball right side. And he does not come up with a catch, folks. My goodness. So apologize, I was a little late on that call, but the umpiring staff was in my field of view there. I could not see, but it looks like the ball went off of the end of the glove for a right fielder.
Back them up, boys.
Some heads-up base running for the Rays as that batter was full go. So he rounds the bag even as that ball was hitting the ground. That puts runners on second and third in scoring position. Swing and a miss for Haywood. So Rays with the tying run on second. Go ahead run at the plate. Ball bounces up and run comes across the plate on the pass ball. I'll tell you what, that one would have been pretty difficult for just about any catcher to handle. Dixon in blocking position, but ball actually hit the turf or plate and then bounced up over his head. So what can you do? That now makes it a 3-1 count to Haywood. Tying run at third. Just one down. Nice glove by Dixon, but that is ball 4. And the Rays have runners on the corners. Coach Baker calling for timeout. Let's see if we can't zoom in here to just a bit. So interesting, Dixon not going up to confer with the group. And it looks like Baker is going to make a pitching adjustment. So Block with a good start, getting into trouble here in the third, and we will now have a pitching change. Looks like that is going to be number 5, Gellender.
Hey, sir, do you know what anywhere?
Yep, you bet. It is bottom of the third, 3-2. Just one down. So Gellender continuing to warm up. Page for the Rays. Will be the batter up. So once again, only the second game I've called for MacNSeitz Black, and still learning all the young men, the names, different positions, and all that and everything.
It's a dance.
Oh, yeah.
You ready, Mace? Ready, Elm. We're good there.
Okay, let's go infield.
So
Back
Mason
your hands are
Gellender
up.
coming in a tight spot right here. Runners on the corners. Runner goes, no throw down. So, man, don't like seeing the bases being given up without any kind of contest. Swing and miss. So Gallender with 2 quick strikes.
We're with BPM out in summer.
Ooh. Pass ball, wild pitch. On the play at the plate, he is out. So a piece of luck right there for MacNSeitz on a wild pitch. Dixon doing a great job getting back to the ball, and Gallender recovering. Gets that runner. So Gallender comes in and does a fantastic job, gets us out of a hard spot right there. Coming up with a strikeout on Page. A little bit of a wild pitch right there, and so a serendipitous bounce. Dixon's able to get back to it, and we get a runner trying to advance on that fastball. So MacNSeitz gets out of that inning, still in lead, 3-2.
I'm not going to go to New York because I have a hard time walking over my brain. And I said, I'm
The ball's uncatched.
and it's hard because Skylar, the one that's in Ambassador, she is really good. I mean, I don't. She's classified as a junior. She's 11. She's just turned 12, and she's competing as an 11-year-old. So she's at the top of the junior class.
All right, that's going to take us to top of the 4th. Midwest Rays do make a pitching adjustment here. They bring in 44, that's Bombsy. And leading off for MacNSeitz, number 27, Tucker Lee. So Tucker popping out on his first AB. See if he can get something going here. Ooh. Strike call there. Lee looking comfortable at the plate, going 2 for 2 yesterday. And getting down here early on the count. Rolls over on that one.
2.
I think he has her outside because he wants her there's only so much you can do.
And going inside out, that's going to get down for a base hit. He rounds first. And Tucker Lee with a leadoff single. So a nice piece of hitting right there, working inside out. Protecting the plate on an 0-2 count and taking what was given to him. So it was outside pitch, and so of course he goes opposite field with it. Gotta love it. Boys out there in the dugout for MacNSeitz paying close attention and yelling back as that back foot came up for the pitcher.
She had a rough start.
Hard foul ball out of play. That's number 22,
And let's go to at left.
Yes.
But
Woods.
Skylar wants to be. She wants to come on the field. Back at, she was at home. This was her first.
Runner goes. Pop up, pop up. Now the runner is going back.
Yeah, good thing.
Oh, man. And so they get Woods on a pop-up, and MacNSeitz narrowly missing on a deal there where Tucker Lee was on the steal. More than halfway to second base, had to turn around and make his way back to first. So fortunately, the pop-up was high enough. He had time to get back. I don't know if MacNSeitz was supposed to be on that hit and run with no outs, but
All right, Parker, here we go.
swing and a miss. That's Parker Simons at the plate, folks. There it goes. Throw goes down. That's a good throw. He's there. Safe. Tag is just a bit late, and good speed by Lee, putting himself into scoring position for Parker Simons, who came up big for us in that second inning.
Casey, can't do something?
Swing and miss, drop third strike. Throw goes down to third, but that is going to give Lee the opportunity to advance over to third. So now MacNSeitz again here looking to try and bring a run home with 2 outs. Nice piece of hitting right there. Fly ball. This is center field. He's able to bring that one in for out number 3. So MacNSeitz will leave one stranded. And still an incredibly close matchup here, 3-2. That'll take us to bottom of the 4th. Thought MacNSeitz might have that opportunity to once again score with 2 outs, just as they've done previously. But the Midwest Rays hold them. And that's going to bring up Mason Gellender back out there on the hill, coming in a tight spot and coming up big. Let's see how he works here in the bottom of the 4th. Short audio break. I'll leave guys with the Adams family. This one from the Atlanta Braves ballpark. So Dixon continuing to work behind the dish. He'll handle Gellender as he continues to finalize his warm-up. Looks like we have Woods over there at third.
Catch.
Parker Simons at short. Spear playing second. Looks like Kilman over there first. Lee there in left field. And my goodness, folks, I am needing some numbers here for center and right field, but I'm not seeing them. Well, we are all set to go, and number 51, Chrisman, is going to lead off for the Rays. Could not be a more beautiful day. We've had a slight breeze from time to time, very still right now. Sun continuing to get a little bit lower in the sky, and those shadows continue to shift and change. You gotta imagine working anywhere in the field on the right side right now. You're staring straight into that sun. Fly ball right side. And Spear chases that one down.
Hey, way to talk out there.
Go ahead, track it, Bryson.
And my apologies, folks. I did not get our view change.
Get out here.
So you missed it, but Spear with a nice play right there, showing some quick feet, covering some good ground. And a hit by pitch. That's Meyer. He takes it like a champ and will make his way down to first base. So we are now back to the top of the order for the Rays. That's Pima again. His third at-bat for this contest. And Gellender with a nice first pitch strike.
Hey, position first, boys.
Big swing and a miss. That pitch coming in just at 60 miles an hour. And an 0-2 count.
Bryson.
Quite the contrast in pitching styles from yesterday to today. A couple guys that were maybe just a little bit higher on the velocity side, but Block with a good strong start. And Pima fouls that one back. Runner was on the attempt to steal, but he'll have to return to first. And Gellender working an 0-2 count on Pima. Nice pickoff attempt over there at first. Rays back up safely, but there was a pretty good lead, and he's out to another healthy lead right there. Runner goes, and throw is off the mark. It looked like the runner just slid over the second base just momentarily, but with that throw so far off the mark, he's up safe, no problem.
Hey, don't cheat yourself.
Now a 1-2 count to Pima. Missing up high there. So it looks like Gellender kind of sitting in that low 60s type of area. And nice little curveball right there. Pima sits on it, but he fouls it off, so he missed it. Could have been his best pitch to go after. MacNSeitz was just one down right here. And again, that tying run on second base. Nice piece of hitting right there. That is out. Oh my goodness. And for the second time, MacNSeitz is able to double off the Rays. So unaware of what the baseball situation was, anything in the air, you're going back to the base. And that's the second time today that the Rays have not done so. Much to the enjoyment of MacNSeitz, who had that tying run in scoring position. And we get out of another inning. That'll take us to top of the fifth, and it looks like the Rays will switch pitching once again. Oh, no, they're not. Okay. Had another young man standing up on the mound. That's the third baseman. Rays stick with number 44. That's Bonzine. And gosh, I got to tell you, just this lower velocity stuff, I would hope that MacNSeitz could just start pounding. But not been the case so far. He's shown some good movement in some of his pitches, but still sitting just right at about 60 miles an hour. And so much strategy goes into play here in tournament play. Only have so many arms on a particular roster, and you're going to be saving your best for bracket play. trying to get through with a win. And so obviously a close matchup here, 3-2. Both Midwest Rays dropping their first one in pool play, and MacNSeitz dropping their first one as well. So looking to go 1-1 and maybe end up with a little bit of a better matchup tomorrow morning. Looks like we'll have a couple of games at 8 a.m. and a couple of games at 10. That will largely depend on the seeding. And Dixon will lead off for MacNSeitz.
You're going to get your back down.
That ball nowhere near the plate. And 1-0 count. So 2 pitches, 2 balls, almost that same location. And Mason Gellender in the on-deck circle. Swing miss, nice looking swing. He sat on it. Still out ahead a little bit.
We used to call it School of the Mind. That's it.
And 3-1 count.
Okay, expect it here, 7-9, expect it.
So this is what you call a hitter's pitch right here. And fastball does come in. Steps back as he tries to put that bat on the ball. Tips it. Now 3-2 count.
But I don't know if one thing she's thinking about, see, I can't even think of what it is.
That one down in the dirt. And MacNSeitz with the leadoff batter making his way over first. So Coach Baker looking for a courtesy runner, asking the boys for who was the last out. And they indeed do a courtesy runner for Dixon. That helps speed the game up a little bit, folks, and gives the catchers an opportunity to get their gear back on, and so that change out in between innings a little bit quicker. Pop up. This one will get out of play. U.S. narrowly. So still a lot of good energy coming out of the MacNSeitz dugout. Seem to be enjoying themselves on a beautiful Saturday early evening. Pickoff attempt over there at first base. And first baseman doing a good job taking a bad throw and keeping it right there. And Gellender just missing that one. He'll work with an 0-2 count now. Runner goes. That pitch is down in the dirt, kind of caroms off the glove for the Rays catcher. And runner's up uncontested. So looking to try and get a little breathing room here. MacNSeitz has a good opportunity to bring one home. Swing and miss. It's a drop third strike as it's a pass ball. And no throw down. The runner will reach on a drop third strike. And of course the runner from second on that pass ball takes his opportunity to advance over to third, and that once again puts runners on the corners for MacNSeitz.
All right, Pax, here we go.
Pax and Crowther coming up good for us here earlier in the game. Another opportunity here for an RBI. Runner goes uncontested on a ball high. So pitch electing to focus on the batter. That glove moving well over to the right side, but still a strike ball. good opportunity for Crowther here. Left-handed at bat, or left-handed batter. We've got 2 runners on, second and third. All he has to do is put this one in play, and we're going to get at least one more run.
That's a big league play.
Now 2-2 count. And maybe a little too much chatter coming out of the MacNSeitz dugout. Oh, nice stroke there, folks. That's going to be a base hit. And a single for Crowther. RBI single. So nicely done there. And that'll put a little bit more breathing room for MacNSeitz. Now 4-2. Still nobody down, and so more opportunities to put some across the board. Now up at the plate, Sebastian Lindgren. And he wears one. He'll advance, and that's going to load the bases with a hit by pitch. It looks like the Midwest Rays are going to need an opportunity to talk about it. So bases loaded, nobody down. Where am I at in the lineup here? That is 44.
Don't rub it. Here we go, Cooper. No one better, 44.
And so ball in play, Cooper McCallum does his job, gets that ball in play. It brings in an RBI, so fantastic job. And folks, I'm sitting here working with the lineup, but a nicely done job there. So that'll be one down, but runners on second and third, and contest now 5-2. Got a little too in my head there, trying to work on that scoring overlay. Fly ball right side. This one could be in foul territory, and first baseman makes a nice play, and then MacNSeitz tags up and gets thrown out of hand. So an unfortunate series of events right there. Folks, I'm still trying to play catch up here, but long and short, we had runners on second and third. Pop up goes right side. First baseman tracks that one down, covers some nice ground, leans over the fence out of play, and makes a nice catch there. MacNSeitz a little aggressive on the base pass, tries to tag up, and not an incredibly long throw, and they get thrown out at that home plate. So that'll do it for us in that half inning. But we do improve that margin 5-2. And MacNSeitz will stick with Gellender up there on the hill.
Ball's in catch.
So time now 7:14.
Well, I thought it was.
Game start was right on time, and so still well within the time constraints of this matchup. But gameplay moving right along.
I started off.
So bottom of the fifth for the Midwest Rays with the home advantage. Ball in play. This over to short and hard hop. Oh. Man, oh man. Ball was a chopper over there to short. Big hop there at the end. And as we get from time to time, especially on this turf, very different than playing on dirt. You don't see the ball hop nearly that high. And Simon's struggling with that one just a bit. Pop up over to second base. And once again, MacNSeitz with an opportunity to double off the Rays. I don't know how many times we can get lucky with that, but that's the third time today, folks. Third time. And you got to think that the coaching staff for the Rays have got to be talking to the dugout and the boys saying, hey, less than 2 outs. If there's contact and it's in the air, you got to get back to the base. Ground ball right over to third, bobbled, but a nice throw. And so Woods with a nice job sticking with it. And MacNSeitz making quick work of the Midwest Rays there in the bottom of the fifth. That takes us to top of 6. And MacNSeitz just 6 outs away from winning in their pool play game number 2. And the Rays will stick with Bonzi on the hill. So looking at some of the other scores here in the tournament, take a quick look here. So game 1, KC Roosters versus MacNSeitz. We fell to them 8-5. Coming back late in the game, but too little too late. Game 2 competitive edge over the Midwest Rays, 13-10. These were Friday night, and then here earlier Saturday, inside edge, 6-1 over the Mocan Regulators. And then inside edge also over PPA Prime, 5-2, close one there. Prodigy Baseball Academy Shockers 2-1 over the Mocan Regulators, so they're 0-2 in their pool play. PPA Prime 9-6 over the Shockers, Prodigy Shockers. So they're going 1-1 on the day, and Prodigy going 1-1 on the day. Competitive edge over the Roosters here earlier, just before our game. Let me say that might have been 6-0. And then still some baseball here yet to go. As Wingrove takes one out. I'm sorry, not Wingrove, that's Kilman.
They went down the red. Well, I didn't say it came up on my phone.
So showing some patience there, and this is not uncommon. I talked about it last night, so this is actually an age-appropriate high school pitching mound over here on this field, at Memorial Field. Definitely my preference for this age bracket at 14U. And sometimes guys get used to throwing off of these smaller mounds that some of these facilities will use, and they don't have that 10-inch rise. So you'll see that they struggle throwing a little bit high. And so 4 pitches, 4 balls, and
Here we go, Tuck.
Bobsey is struggling with that exact situation, I think. And it looks like the Midwest Rays coaching staff wanted to take a talk with Bobsey. And it looks like they will make a pitching adjustment. When we are set to return, it will be number 27, Tucker Lee, up at the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the day. And nobody down, runner on first. So we'll take a short break here, folks. That's number 4. That's Owens for the Rays. We'll warm up.
Low 60s. Oh, really? 60, 61. Where you guys? Here we go.
Good deal. All right, folks. So Owens all warmed up and ready to go for the Rays. Runner on first. And Tucker Lee now at the plate. Pickoff attempt to start. I gotta tell you, man, those first basemen are staring straight into the sun right now. Big fly ball, right side. Tucker Lee will be rounding. He's covering ground, and I'm telling you what. Oh, Tucker Lee. Unbelievable. Oh, doggone it. Tucker Lee not paying attention to the runner in front of him and has plus speed for sure, but overruns the runner in front of him and puts him into a pickle and unfortunately forces an out. So Tucker with a great stroke right there. Right side, well over the right fielder's head. Just one bounce to the fence. Rays do a good job getting that relay in. And a pop up there, tagging it at third. Oh my goodness, I've never seen that. Shortstop takes that pop fly, bounces right off the heel of his glove, and then he catches it with his bare hand. So no luck for Hudson Woods right there. And that'll be out number 2. Swing and miss. That's now Parker Simons at the plate. Swinging on a big looping curveball from Owens. Oh, and a pickoff attempt. Nobody there to take the throw, and Tucker Lee will advance across home plate. Now making the contest 6-2. So the Rays with a couple of errors on the day. One right there costing them a run. Definitely would have had Lee over there at third as he was advancing down the third base line, but nobody on the base. And I don't think he thought a pickoff attempt was even possible.
No, but like, I accidentally put a 1 for the 6th inning.
Ooh, that one catching the catcher right in the hand. Tough guy. He's just going to sit here and walk it off just a bit. But, man, I know that had to hurt. That was a foul tip right off the bat of Simons. Good to see him doing okay there behind the dish. Man, he took a good one. Oh, Simon's doing a great job. Really set on that well and just rotated the hips right through. Bat barrel just below where it needed to be on the ball. Found to the right side. Oh, and they get him on a curveball there. So that'll do it for MacNSeitz here in top of the 6th. And unfortunate situation where Tucker Lee with a fantastic hit going deep in right field and overruns the base runner in front of him. I think he was on full gas mode right there, and great leg, great speed, in particular as he rounds first. Really started to hit his stride, and I think he was in it to win it, but not paying close attention and forced an extra out that was unnecessary. So I imagine the coaching staff will talk with him, and he'll learn from that. But a nice stroke. Good to see him still swinging the bat well. 2 for 3 on the day. And MacNSeitz will stick with Gellender up there on the hill. And it looks like the Rays will have more leading off for. And we're still here probably about an hour away from the sun fully setting. Lights are still not on, so a number of shadows coming across the infield. Not terrible, but the sun certainly in the first baseman's eyes. I would think at this point, even in second base and right field.
Second down, they always play a tournament down by Springfield. He was the first batter. He went on to play at Pratt Junior College, but he didn't play much because that's when COVID.
Well, once again here, bottom of the 6th, Moore at the plate, Gellender on the hill, Dixon behind the dish. Swing and a miss on a nice call. So Gellender, not a big velocity guy, but finding the zone early and finding it often. Coming up big early as he transitioned in. Ball in play, this one to Woods. And that is going to be out number 1. So some great efficiency there in that first batter. Now Haywood, number 23 for the Rays.
That's who he plays for.
And ball high. Good stroke right there. Wow, great glove for Parker Simons. Getting that glove, but an infield single for Haywood. Simon's showing some great length right there. Tempted to toss it over there to Woods for Woods to make a throw, but no ESPN highlight there.
Hustle, hustle.
Fast ball, runner will advance. Now 1-1 counts Page. Ball in play, this one right up the middle. And a fantastic footwork by, looks like Spear over there at short. That's who that is. Runner did advance on that ground ball. And so he is threatening in scoring position. That is number 51, Chrisman, over to third base. And Woods, throw a little off the mark and not handled over there at first base. Run comes across. And so the batter will make it on air.
Hey, just need one, boys.
That now makes the contest 6-3. So swing and miss for Meyer. He is bottom of the lineup for the Rays. After that, he'll be followed by Pima waiting in the on-deck circle. Ball in play right over to short. And Spear bobbles it, not able to come up with a play. So a couple of errors here late in the bottom of the sixth will allow the Rays to get on the board and have a number of runners. So runners now at first and second, and Rays at the top of their lineup. So for a contest that MacNSeitz seemingly looked like they were well in control of, Rays are threatening here late. Pop up. Center fielder calling for it. And he hauls that one in for out number 3. And that is going to do it for us out here at the Capital Federal Sports Complex of Liberty, folks. MacNSeitz coming up with the win. Boys will meet at the center of the infield. Wishing everybody good luck. Thank you guys for joining us this evening. MacNSeitz going 1-1 on pool play. Seating should be set here, I would say, probably within the next hour or so. I would imagine that we're going to be playing at 8 a.m., but it could be a 10 a.m. game once that seating is set. And we'll be looking for you guys to join us once again here out on either YouTube or Twitter. I appreciate you guys watching. If you are watching, give us a like on our video, leave us a comment, and consider giving us a subscribe as well. Thanks so much for joining us, and you guys have a wonderful Saturday night on a beautiful, beautiful day. We'll see you guys out here in Liberty once again tomorrow.